Hi guys, it's Valerie. Today I'm going to be doing a video that talks about basic beauty products that everybody needs to start off a makeup collection. And I'll be talking about specifically drugstore products just because they're more affordable. And that way, if you're just starting out and you don't want to spend too much money on all these kinds of products, drugstore is really available, so you can kind of test out, see what works good for you. If you want to see products that I think everybody should get from the drugstore, then just keep watching. First, I'm going to talk about primers. Everybody needs a primer to put on their face right after you moisturize. So in the morning, you wake up, you wash your face, you moisturize, then you want to put a primer on, because what the primer is going to do is help your makeup stay all day long. It will fill in your pores, blur out any fine lines, and it will really make your foundation last longer. So one that's really good from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. It kind of makes you look a bit glowy, so it's ideal for combination skin more towards dry. I wouldn't say this would really work for an oily type girl just because it will kind of enhance your oiliness, but this primer is really good. I mean, I have some oiliness in like my T-zone and it doesn't make me look really overly oily. It just gives a nice glow. So this is a really good primer and it's affordable. It's drugstore. Next, for foundation, there's a few, well, almost all drugstore foundations are pretty good. One that I'm going to talk about today is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. This is supposed to be a primer, foundation, and concealer in one. I use it as only as a foundation. I put the primer and the concealer separately, but it's really good. It's really full coverage and it lasts a really long time, and it's drugstore. It's only like $12. Another good foundation from the drugstore is the L'Oreal True Match. It comes in so many shades. It's full coverage and it's long wearing also. Yeah, so this one's really good too. You can choose between either one. They're pretty much around the same price point, so either of these foundations will work really good, especially if you're just starting out. Now for concealer, it depends what you're going to conceal. When you conceal under your eyes, you want to kind of pick a concealer that's a few shades lighter, maybe 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation to give a brightening effect. But if you're concealing a blemish or a pimple or something, you don't want to put a brighter shade on it because it will just attract someone to look at that. You want to put it the exact same shade as your foundation. So something that's good for under the eyes for a brightening effect is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. This is such a good concealer. It doesn't crease, and it has like a sponge tip applicator that you click like this. It comes out and you just kind of put it under your eyes like that and then blend it out with a brush. Anyway, this one's really good. It goes on really light, so you can't cake it on. It won't look cakey because it's pretty much impossible with this little sponge tip applicator. So this is really good, really affordable. This is a really good under eye concealer. Another concealer that I find works well to cover up blemishes is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Crayon Concealer. This concealer is really dry. It's not like creamy or anything. This concealer is perfect to just put on a blemish, blend it out a little bit with your finger, and you're good to go. Just make sure you get it in a shade that matches your foundation so you're not attracting anybody to look at your blemish or whatever. After you put your cream product, so you have your creamy foundation and your creamy concealer, you always want to set it with a setting powder. Some people don't like to do that because they're afraid it's going to make them look cakey, but what this really does, if you use a light hand, it will set your foundation and concealer to last much longer, and it will eliminate any shine that you have in the T-zone area. So my favorite one from the drugstore is this Physicians Formula one. It doesn't have a name. It's just the Physicians Formula setting powder. It has this cute little packaging and it has 4 colors. So what that does, I find, is it makes it look more natural, because sometimes our our faces have different shades of color everywhere. We're not all one color. So by having 4 different colors like this, it kind of makes the effect look more natural. All you need to apply it with is a big fluffy brush, dust it, tap off the excess, and just put it lightly on your face and you're good to go. Just make sure to go lightly. My favorite blush from the drugstore is, it's the Milani Baked Blushes. This one is Rose Doro number 2. It's really popular and it's a really nice color. It's kind of like this rose gold with some gold flecks in it. Anyway, these are amazing blushes. They're just perfect. They're cheap. You can't really go wrong. They have so many colors. I know Milani you can get at Walmart and Loblaws in the cosmetics section. So just go check it out. I have 3 of their colors. They're really nice. They go on pretty sheer, but you can build them up. So really good blushes, affordable too. Now we'll talk about bronzers. So if you want to do you just want to look like you have a sun-kissed glow on your cheeks, or if you want to put a little bit around your face to just do a bit of contouring, it's up to you. But one bronzer that I find really works well from the drugstore is Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in, I have medium to dark, and I'm pretty pale, but the medium to dark is what shows up on me. The light to medium is too light. So pretty much, even if you're darker than me, this will be good though. You can build it. So this is a really good formula. It doesn't make you look dirty or anything, because sometimes some bronzers can make you look kind of muddy. They look muddy on your face. This is a really nice color, has no shimmer, so you won't look like a disco ball. It goes on easily. It blends out really easily, so this is a really good bronzer. I mean, Physicians Formula is a bit more expensive at the drugstore. Like this, I think, is $20. But if you want a drugstore product that will last you a long time and you don't have to pay $30, $35 for a high-end bronzer, this one is really, really good. Now we will talk about eyeshadows. 2 eyeshadows that I've found that work well for the price. They have a lot of color selection, and they're highly pigmented, and they last a long time. They don't crease. Maybelline Eye Studio, I guess it's a quad. They come in many different color combinations, and they look really nice. They're affordable. I think maybe it's like $7 at the drugstore. They're nice for the price. You know, if you don't want to spend a lot of money and you're just starting out, you're practicing, you're learning how to apply, and you don't want to spend $60 on an eyeshadow palette, go and get yourself one of these. They're super good. I like them a lot. My favorite eyeshadow from the drugstore now is the L'Oreal 24 Infallible eyeshadow. This is a really popular color. It's called Amber Rush. It's kind of like a rose gold, and it's a pressed pigment. So what you can do with it is you put it on your finger, and you just put your finger in it, and then you dust it on your eye like that, and it's so pretty. So these eyeshadows are really, really good also. Now I'm gonna talk about mascara. Almost every brand at the drugstore has really, really good mascara. Often people say it's not worth it to spend over $30 for a mascara at Sephora when you can get perfectly good, equal quality mascaras at the drugstore. One new one that came out is from L'Oreal. It's called the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga. It's really good. I mean, it's pretty comparable to some mascaras that you can find at Sephora. It looks like this. It has like a wider here, and it goes down like that. So it's really nice. It catches all the eyelashes. The wand is flexible. It can bend like that. So it really, you can get every tiny single lash. This is a really good mascara. I think it's like $8 or something. Also the L'Oreal Voluminous, just the regular one, that's also a really good mascara. I've been using it for like 10 years. It's so good. And then the last thing that you will need to kind of complete your beginner's makeup collection is lip gloss or lipstick or lip balm. One perfect lipstick or lip balm from the drugstore is the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain. I don't know if you can see. These are really good because if anyone's starting out in makeup, you don't want to start like by putting these super pigmented, big, bold colors on your lips, especially if you're just starting out. So these are really good because they're kind of just, they're really sheer. They don't come on too bold or pigmented right away. So if you're practicing, you know, and you're gonna make mistakes, maybe you don't want something that, you know, you're gonna drag down and it's gonna take forever. You're gonna ruin all your makeup to take it off. These are really good. They're moisturizing too, so they give a bit of color. They're moisturizing, they're a balm, and a stain, so the color will last a really long time after you eat, after you drink. This brand comes in so many colors. They're really good. Now I'm gonna talk about a really good lip gloss that you can find at the drugstore. My favorite one is the NYX Butter Gloss. This shade is in Creme Brulee. It's so natural, it's pinky, it's a bit nude, so it'll go good pretty much on anybody. It's really inexpensive. I think it's about $5 or $6 maybe. It lasts a long time. It's a sheer color. It comes in a lot of shades, and especially if you're just starting out, that this is perfect. All right, so that's it. These are just some basic products I think that anybody would need to start off your makeup collection from the drugstore. They're affordable, they're accessible, and you can pretty much get started without spending all of your money on high-end beauty products. These are perfect, they work really well. I've been using them for years. So that's all. Thanks guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, I want to know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!